Hello and welcome to my channel. This is kind of Crafty Kenzie and I am Kenzie. My channel is all about DIY, crafting, thrifting, upcycling, repurposing, and some shopping hauls. So if those are all the things you love, you are definitely in the right place. Make sure you're subscribed. Put a little Kenzie in your day. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. I truly appreciate it. It helps my channel grow here on YouTube. I post every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so don't forget to turn your bell notification on so you never miss an upload. In today's video, I have some St. Patrick's Day home decor DIYs for you guys, so let's go. For DIY number one, I just grabbed this little lucky pot of gold sign from the Dollar Tree. I decided to go ahead and flip it over and just paint the back side. I did not want to use the lucky word. So as you can see, I just painted like the cauldron part black. Wasn't that too exciting to explain. And yes, I'm painting the gold white, and you will see why here in a second. I wanted a very neutral background. Then I printed out on my Cricut this adorable decal. I just got it from Cricut Design Space. It just says Luck of the Irish with some vines on it. Thought it was super cute. So for the gold, I decided to change it up a little bit, and I got all the yellow buttons I have in my button stash, which took 45 minutes to pick them all out. And then I went ahead and just glued them randomly and sporadically all over the top of that gold. In the end, where I thought there was a couple like little holes or whatnot, I went ahead and put a couple like raised buttons up, kind of put it on top of each other to make it look a little 3D. And then I used my heat gun to try to go through and get rid of all of the strands of hot glue. Because there were a few. Anyways, and then I just added a nautical rope and tied a little bow with a piece of nautical rope at the top of the hanger. And this is how this little pot of gold turned out, and I absolutely love it. DIY number two is a twofer. I am going to DIY both sides of this little shamrock. For the first one, I went ahead and, for the first side, I went ahead and flipped it over and painted the back with the moss green color chalk paint. I love this color. I use this a lot in my St. Patrick's Day tier tray video. You guys all have to check it out. I made a bunch of little cuties. Then I just simply printed out an M for my last name on the shamrock, and then I did add some stitching to this because it just looked super plain to me, and I did not want to add any bows or anything, so that is all I did on this side. For the next side, I went ahead and painted around the little hearts with some white chalk paint, and then I made sure I wasn't getting it on the other side, so this took a little while because I used a very small brush because I did not want to paint sloppily around the edges and mess up the other side. So after I painted around the edges white, then I came in with that same color green that I used on the reverse side, and then I went back in with some white and touched up anywhere where I spoofed or whatever. So then I just took my white chalk marker again, and I gave these little hearts some stitching as well, and then I just attached a jute twine hanger. I tied little knots on both sides. On the first side, I was able to tie the knot and just string it through with a little jute twine hanger, but on the other side, obviously I couldn't do that, so I just faked it. You guys have probably seen me make the larger nautical rope, like faux knots, and I just did this with some jute twine on this side and glued it down to make it look the same as the other, and I think it turned out adorable. And again, I love two-sided decor, safe space, hold on guys, space saver, there we go, and super inexpensive. So for $1, we have two very adorable DIYs.
Driving to your place, but now the ground is shaking. Could be a phase, but it feels like it will never go away until we make up. I can't be myself. I never knew how much I needed you.
These adorable DIYs for a quick public service announcement. I just want to take a moment and thank all of my sweet subscribers for all of your love and support, all of your comments, your likes, everything you guys do have gotten me to where I am here on YouTube today. I definitely could not and would not be here without you guys, so thank you so, so much. And if you are new here today, welcome. My name is Kenzie, aka Mackenzie, and I am a stay-at-home mom to 3 little girls, and I just happen to be DIY obsessed. So if you love things to do with DIYing, crafting, repurposing, thrifting, upcycling, etc., you are going to love it here. That is what this channel is all about. And I would love for y'all to go ahead and hit that subscribe button before you leave and join my little crafty family here on YouTube. You can also follow me over on Pinterest, Instagram, and Facebook. All of those links are in my description box below and in my bio here on YouTube. Now let's get into some more crafts. For DIY number 3, I'm going to use one of these little wood rounds that you can get from Walmart for like 98 cents. I love having these in my stash. I use them all the time. So I went ahead and put a piece of painter's tape down to divide the little circle unevenly. So don't come at me. I know it's not even. Then I went ahead and painted the bottom with moss color chalk paint and the top with white. I did not paint anything on the middle, as you can see. I left it in that nice, pretty wood natural wood tone. There we go. Man, sometimes my brain goes faster than my mouth, or vice versa. I'm not really sure. Then I attached that little leprechaun's hat, and as you can see, and then I just went ahead and printed out the word Irish on my Cricut. You could totally use little wood letters or stickers, or write it if your handwriting isn't terrible like mine, whatever you want to do. And it still looked kind of naked to me, and I didn't really want any big bows or anything, so I did just go ahead and stitch this, and then I did color that little leprechaun's hat black with my paint marker. As you can plainly see, I thought it would help pop off the black. Then I did distress over it just a little bit with the white, and I did attach a little jute twine hanger and ended up tying a simple little shoestring bow at the top of this. And this adorable little DIY is all done.
Sometimes I just don't know what to do. It should have been you.
This next DIY is made by basically just repurposing a whole bunch of things that I had. So this was a piece of Valentine's Day sign from a couple years ago that I have from Dollar Tree. I just painted it in chalk paint, white. Then I went ahead and printed out the word welcome on my Cricut. Instead of the O, I am going to incorporate a little shamrock that I painted with a moss green instead. And I didn't forget the rest of the welcome, don't worry. I know it's like a Kenzie thing to do, but I promise I spelled it. Now I'm going to take this little leprechaun's hat that I actually got a couple years ago from Walmart. It was a little sign, and it was his hat, and then in the middle of it was like a little sign that said Happy St. Patrick's Day for like his body, and then he has like little legs. So as you can see, there was a bunch of little holes I filled with some spackling, and then I started painting this black, and then was like, what are you doing? This isn't Frosty, this is a leprechaun. So I decided to just continue painting it black, and then I just went over top of it with Spanish moss green. I wanted a different color than like the lighter moss, and you'll see the difference in the colors here in a minute. But these shamrocks again came from Hobby Lobby in a pack, and I think I used pretty much all of them, which I'm so proud of myself. I love when I like use up all of my items. That means I get to buy more. So anyways, I just wanted to stack these on top of each other. I thought it would give a cute like little accent to the top of his hat. Now I wanted to make like the, you know how a leprechaun hat has the black like ribbon around the, you know what I mean. So I decided instead of painting it, I was just going to use some of this black jute twine and go ahead and just wrap this around instead. So that's all I did here. And then on the front, once I got that all attached, I went ahead and attached my shamrocks, and I put them up like at the top of his hat. See the difference in the green? The one is Moss by Waverly, and then the hat is actually Spanish Moss by Folkart. Then I took that adorable little horseshoe wooden piece that also came in this pack I got from Hobby Lobby, and I went ahead and just attached it down like in the middle of that ribbon on his little hat. So now I'm going to move on to his legs and feet, and as you can see, it has some glitter, so I went ahead and sanded off the glitter, but I did keep like a little bit of it, if you know what I mean, the texture. I didn't want it smooth because I was going to use that as a cheat. So I painted his legs in the same Spanish moss green color that I used for his hat, and then of course I painted his little shoes black. Now I'm going to go in with a white paint marker and measure out. Basically, I'm going to do what you saw was already done, except for those two color greens. I'm going to do green and white. So that's all I'm doing here is just measuring out. And then I did hand paint those. They ended up getting a little bit wider in the end because I can't color inside the lines, so I had to keep moving my line. But they're still really cute. And most of the leg is covered up with the welcome sign anyway. So like I said, I did use that glitter part or like little buckles on his shoe as a cheat, and I just filled that back in with some white paint marker. So then I just measured out where I wanted the welcome to kind of hit, which is now be his body, and then I just laid that sign down on top of his legs. If I had to fix them at all, I had like, a couple seconds to go ahead and make any adjustments before that hot glue stuck. Now I am just going to put glue on the twine part of this hat because it did make it kind of raised, and I just simply glued that down to the top. And then I just attached a simple little black jute twine hanger on the back because I didn't want a hanger coming off of the top of it. I stood mine up, but I wanted to, attach that just in case you would want to hang it, you could. And then I just reassured that hanger with some of those little bamboo sticks. This is all done. I was kind of proud of myself, you guys. I thought this was so cute, and it's small enough that it's just like perfect for St. Patrick's Day. Where I live, we don't really decorate outside for St. Patrick's Day because it could be snow, it could be 70, you never know. So I made this for my house, and I think it's really cute. So let me know what y'all think down below. This next DIY is super duper easy. That grapevine wreath came from Amazon. I will link them along with the flowers that I am using. I just chopped them up in a bunch of pieces. It really reminds me of eucalyptus, and then I love the yellow flowers because it kind of represents like the green and the gold without like the tacky gold pieces. Sorry, I just don't really like fake gold pieces. So anyways, I just went ahead and glued a whole bunch of this to the little grapevine wreath until I was satisfied with how full it was. And then I just took this little lucky shamrock. I left it in its neutral wood tone. Again, that came from the little pack from Hobby Lobby. I've used these a whole lot. I tied a super teeny tiny jute twine bow and put it at the bottom of that little shamrock leaf. And this little adorable DIY is all done. It was so simple, you guys. And I just styled it on my farmhouse chair that I display all year long in my home. And I love the way it looks. For this last DIY, again, this is super duper easy. I am taking one of these tins from Dollar Tree. The jute twine wire tried to come off. Or no, that's twine, not wire, but whatever. I went ahead and glued it back down. Then I just took some white chalk paint and gave this whole little planter one solid coat of the white chalk paint. Then I got on my Cricut and I printed out Pot of Gold. Again, I just don't like the gold, so I thought this would be so cool to add florals instead. So I loved the way this turned out, and you probably already saw some sneak peeks when I was showing my other DIYs, but this is definitely one of my favorite because I just think it's perfect. I don't know. Anyways, I don't usually decorate for St. Patrick's Day, but I did this year because people have asked me to make some DIYs, and I love them. Like, they were so fun to make. You guys will have to let me know if you decorate and what you do, but I had so much fun. So I did have to stack up floral foam because the bucket was deeper than my florals were, and I just simply hot glued some reindeer moss to the top of that, so you really don't see it, but if I ever sell it or give it away or something, then it doesn't look so like chintzy. So then I just took a whole bunch of eucalyptus pieces, Lord knows where I got them, one of those stores out there, and a whole bunch of that yellow flower that I did get from Hobby Lobby, I believe. Yes, Hobby Lobby. And I think this turned out perfect. I absolutely love it. I think it is so pretty and so refreshing. If you want to leave it out after St. Patrick's Day, you just have to turn this around. Or you could have a pot of gold in your house all year long. But I absolutely love this. You guys will have to let me know what you think of all the DIYs you saw today. Which one was your favorite if you have one. So I will see you guys on Monday in my next DIY video. I hope you guys have an amazing weekend. Again, don't forget to subscribe before you go. If you're not, give this video a big thumbs up. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I had a blast. And I will see you guys on Monday. Bye.